All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another broadcast that we have here for you. Happy Sunday evening. Today's date is February the 23rd, 2025. And we're going to be out of February in what? By the end of the week, we're going to be out of this. And we're going to be looking at March. Man, I tell you, this time is just moving, and it just seems like this has been a whole lot going on. Like every day it's full. Yesterday was my brother-in-law's birthday, and man, I just sent him a voice message because I was like literally doing like 3 different things. I'll tell them, happy birthday, all of that stuff, and I was just like, man, it just seems like every day is full, and it's just so many things going on in the world today and all of that. But at the same time, we got to learn to slow things down and take it easy and take things in, and process stuff and all of that. Well, today we're going to do just that. That's why we're calling this Sunday Night Chat. And it's going to be my wife and I. We're going to be here together. And we're going to be talking about a few things. She's going to be mainly leading the discussion, talking about, health and wellness news, some of the things that's popped up in the news. We'll talk about a little bit about technology stuff. It's a brand new tool that I have finished building, and I will be talking a little bit about that towards the end. And so anyway, in the meantime, we are going to just sit back and chill just for a few more moments, and then I guess we'll get things started here. All right, we're going to give it about another 30 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and get started, okay? We're just giving people time to join us and get in the chat and all that. Big shout out, of course, to everybody in the chat. So glad that you guys are here. Really appreciate that. Uh-oh. And cut off so quick. Let's go with this one. Oh, wait a minute. We got a lot going on. Hold on. Hold on. A lot going on here. I'm trying to take it fast and slow at the same time. All right, no, not that one. That's gonna put us to sleep. Okay, where was I playing? Okay, let's do this. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys being here. And let's get things started with the video that I came across today. And it was just so refreshing to see this. And yeah, I saw this on Twitter. And yeah, there's a lot of, you know, we could always focus on the bad things that's going on in the world or whatever. But listen, you are not the only one, you know, that see that there is in fact a lot of good, and that a lot of people aren't acting crazy. A lot of people aren't part of the 92% that we keep talking about. And we made a promise here that we never gonna forget them either, the way they did us. And so yeah, but thankfully not everybody falls into that. And so here's a video that I came across here. Let's see here. This is a woman. She's talking about etiquette. And I just thought this was really something. It was like, wow, how about when's the last time I heard anybody actually teaching this? And let me go ahead and play this for you real quick, okay? Let me make sure my volume's up, and yeah, take a quick look at this.
So, oh my gosh, I dropped out my pencil. What you don't do, ladies, is walk to the front of the item and squat to pick it up. It's in front of you. Naturally, your legs will open to give you clearance to pick it up. Is that appropriate for a lady? Absolutely not. So we don't squat. We don't walk in front of the item. Nor do you go to the front of the item and bend over. Too much exposure back there. We don't want to expose our rear end, show it like that. Nor, if you're wearing a shirt and pants, your shirt will go up, your pants goes down a little, and then you're exposing yourself. That's not appropriate for a lady. So the proper way a lady picks something up is to walk to the side of the item. Lock your feet, lock your knees. It's important to lock your knees because when you go down, your knees support each other. If you're wearing a dress, hold the hem of your dress, because when you go down, your dress will rise. So you hold the hem of your dress, you go down gracefully, pick it up, and you're up.
And there's something. She had another one here. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, here we go. This is another one here. Let me play this one.
To pay attention to the ladies in your presence. Grandma, mom, teacher, your female classmate, your female cousin, you pay attention. So if there's something that you can do to make things easier for her, even if she's carrying her backpack, oh, I'll take that for you. Whatever it is, if you can help, that is what the gentleman does. Now keep in mind, there's also this thing called courtesy, where chivalry is not involved. Courtesy is simply doing something nice for the person. So ladies, if he has things in his hand and he happens to drop something, courtesy allows you to pick it up for him. And what do you do once she picks it up? Express your gratitude. Remember, courtesy is different. It's kind of intertwined with chivalry. However, everybody can be courteous regardless of the gender. Does that make sense? If his hands are full, you open that door for him. You help him out. That's what we do for each other. Be courteous to each other. And it's
now, it's a very simple thing, right? That's a very simple thing that you would think that people should notice, right? Know to do this. But unfortunately, the reality is that a lot of this, you know, the simple things that she's teaching right now, a lot of people unfortunately are not getting those lessons at home. And that's unfortunate, but I'm glad to see someone like her. She's out here. I saw Juanea had mentioned that, you know, that she said that she's seen a lot of her other videos and stuff. So did she put on there?
She says she's on TikTok.
She's on TikTok. So yeah, I'm sure y'all can find her if you want to look for her and all that. But that's good. Good. That's good to see. And like I said, there's a lot of people out there, and no, that's not corny or anything like that, you know, but that is something that we need to bring back. It needs to come back, because I tell you, I don't know about y'all, but I'm very tired of seeing all the what you call the twerking and all of that, twerking for every doggone thing. What time is it? How you feel today? It's like, okay, we get it now. We get it. But anyway, but so glad that you could join us. Can you hear? Yeah. say something.
Hey.
All right, there you go. All right, so
My mic's on. I don't have my earbuds, but earphones. Is that right? You can hear me
do you
fine?
need them? Yeah, I can hear you.
You good?
Yeah, you
Okay.
usually don't wear. Anyway.
That's true. I usually don't.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, family. It has been a long time, a very long time. When was the last time we were on camera together?
It's been a minute.
It's been a long. Anyway, I ain't gonna try to sing, but it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Woo! It's been a long time. But I am glad to be back in the house, back in the seat, in the hot seat. Oh man. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
Well, we had a full week, right?
Oh,
with the
man. Woo!
We had a full week.
We were like, y'all, we were farmers. We were farmers, okay? Farmers this week. We are farmers. We were farmers, okay? Yes, I'm bringing the corn tonight, okay? I'm bringing all the corn. Yeah, we were picking citrus up in the tree. Now, see, this is the thing. I did not know that there was such a thing as a citrus picker. Why? Because I don't pick citrus, okay? I've never had citrus trees. I did not know there was a thing, you know, like you can pick your own citrus with a tool. Honey, my daughter and our daughter, and we went out to the first location to pick the citrus. And when I tell you the pollen was high, and I'm like, oh, we're going to get this citrus. I'm separating branches. My face is all up in the tree, shaking the branches, pulling the fruit. Okay, hello, Nicole, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. The pollen is out. The dust, you're in Arizona. It is dusty. So you are literally snorting up pollen. Did you think of that? No, I didn't. No, self, I didn't. Yeah, well, Duane, he was next up. He went out, and she'll show you a video. He went out and picked citrus. And when I tell you towards the end of the week, we were laid out. And I've never had pollen allergies. I've never been, sensitive to pollen, but you clearly are not supposed to snort it. Okay. And it just laid us all the way out.
But it was, and see, out here, it's a little different. For those of you who have any experience living in the South, like we have, like in Georgia, she said, I guess it didn't bother her, but I never had issues with allergies until I moved to Atlanta. And boy, oh boy, that was a whole nightmare for me. Because it was just the amount, just seeing that level of pollen on cars and stuff like that. And I didn't know until years and years later, I looked it up. I was like, why is there so much pollen like that? And I found out that what had happened was these wizards of smart or stupid.
Right, wizards are stupid.
Came up with some brilliant idea of, because trees have gender, all right? They're male and female. There are no trans trees, okay? And there are no trans trees. It's not trees do blossom, but we don't have one called Blossom. But anyway, all right. But anyway, so what they did was, I believe it was the female trees, if I'm not mistaken. The female trees, they got rid of them. There was some.
I think they got
because the seeds, because that's the ones that are giving out the seed. And so I believe it was the female trees, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong. And so these, when it gets to that time of the year of reproducing, the trees are like, okay, let's get it on. Right. And it's just a whole fest, if and so it's just pollen all over the place, but there's no female trees to receive it. Maybe that's why Atlanta's so.
Stop it, Duane. Stop it.
Hey, have you thought of that? I never thought of that until now.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe that's why Atlanta the way it is. I never thought of that. But anyway, hey. But so that's why there's so much pollen. Yeah. And man, that pollen will anyway, so that's that. and that's not just in Atlanta, but that's like Mississippi,
Yeah.
you know, Alabama, all
Yeah.
those areas too. But out here, it's pollen, right? You know, you hit the plants that are out here, they have their own pollen, but they also have dust. The amount of dust is crazy. Like you can just sit something outside and let it sit out for maybe a couple of days and you'll see dust on it. And you don't really notice the dust until like one night, I don't have it in front of me, but you know those old headlight things you wear, like if you're walking at night. Well, I was wearing one the other night when I was walking and I was like, the heck is all this flying around? I kept seeing all these little particles or whatever.
Yeah.
I said, what these devils doing? And then I realized, I said, it must have been the dust.
Yeah.
That's just constantly blowing up.
Yeah.
So these trees are collecting that all year round.
Yeah.
And they're not really touched, you know, and I didn't realize that citrus trees get not only as tall as they do.
But
they are full of fruit. I didn't know that.
Fruit. Yeah.
Like I just, you know, I don't know. I ain't from around here.
Yeah.
But they were, you know, I went to this one location and then we were picking it or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, this ain't nothing. And then I kept looking. I was like, well, dang, it's like the whole tree. They all deep up in there.
They said, we're doing our job.
And I said, I'm doing my job too.
Right.
So this week we were doing that. You know, so so far we have sold soursop. We've sold
sold soursop.
Yeah, I'm talking about going back. What we've done.
Fruit.
In terms of fruit, produce. Soursop. We've sold some other things. And now we're selling oranges, but we ain't selling cotton. All right, there ain't gonna be no videos of us picking cotton, okay? Too late. I think I actually had a video.
I don't know, just something.
I think I did a video. Something. It was like a documentary, though. That was like a documentary, but I wasn't picking it.
Always doing something.
Always. I wasn't picking it though. But anyway, we got a full night.
We do have
good
a
night tonight, and you want to kind of go over real quick some of the highlight what we're gonna be talking about.
Sure. So we talked about the citrus, and y'all jumped on that. Just absolutely jumped on that. I'm gonna share with you something that happened to me health-wise. Computer chairs. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about chlorine chicken. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. A little government update. What's going on in terms of some of these health updates with the government. And then the main part of tonight, we're just really gonna talk about the momentum that Duane and I are feeling right now in the air. The momentum and the opportunity. And how we need to really be positioned to access that and to make the most of that right now. So, that's it in a nutshell, I think.
Well, let's go ahead and get started. You want to go ahead and we're going to talk.
Why don't you show that short?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me find the short that where is it? This is the short, in case you missed it, that I posted earlier today, and this was just kind of like a quick. Because I would have filmed a whole lot more, but man, I just felt it. I was like, man, let me focus here because I can't be out here picking stuff and at the same time trying to film and all of that. I can't do all of it at the same time. But anyway, let me get I'm going to the short section here. Okay, here we go. And let me pull it up for you. Okay, not just that. And for those of you just joining us, welcome. Glad that you guys can join us. Okay, here it is right here. So let me go ahead and hit that. Oh, dang, I didn't even shoot. All right, so I'm just showing you guys. We are out here right now picking grapefruit and oranges. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just picking them, putting them down there, picking them and just putting them in here. And I had no idea that oranges just grow like this out here. All right, so this is another view here. We've been picking these oranges. And then these are the grapefruits here, so many of them. And they just let them grow. Some people just let them grow, fall to the ground, and that's it. But no, we're not gonna do that here. But anyway, So we're picking these. We're using our picker. You just hook it in there like that. And it falls in a basket. I think you got the idea. But yeah, that's it. So, all right. There you go. So that's what it looked like, you know.
Yeah.
And as long as you got that picker. Hold on.
Oh, man. Oh,
Oh,
no.
man.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. You know, I just said to Duane, you know, I haven't seen Team Truth lately. I wonder how, you know, he and his family are doing. Oh, bro, we are so sorry to hear that. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Yes, we will. Yes, we absolutely will be keeping you up and your family. Because I believe your daughter also lives here with you in Arizona. Daughter-in-law? I'm not sure. But we'll be keeping your whole family up. Oh, man. Oh, man. Wow.
Let us know if there's anything you need, all right?
Yeah, let us know. You know, because we're right here. We're right here.
And sorry to hear that.
Oh, man, bro. Yeah, y'all keep Team Truth up, and we'll follow up with you, bro. We'll follow up with you, you know, just to see what we can do for you. Oh, man.
Yeah.
We hate to hear that.
Definitely
hate to hear
do.
that.
Wow. Anyway,
His daughter. Okay, we'll follow up.
Yeah.
We'll definitely, you'll be hearing from us this upcoming week for sure. For sure. Love you, bro.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, so this has been with a lot of changes that have been taking place here, you know, just like I was just saying, just in this last month, but even in a few months before, it just seems like there's a lot that's happening within a short period of time.
It's true.
And it's just really something. And you just have to have you just gonna have to learn to adjust, but adjust quickly. But at the same time, you can adjust quickly, but at the same time, do it smartly, where you're getting the healing that you need at the same time in the process. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's just so important in those lull times to prepare yourself, to amp yourself up. It's kind of like now, you know, I have been, you know, this, like we were just talking about with the pollen, you know, and it just really was impacting us. We were all laid out. And I was like, you know what? This is really something. We're in a place where this fruit is known for what? Vitamin C. And when your body's producing that histamine and all of that, you better be amping up on your vitamin C. And I just felt like, wow, this is the perfect time. It's like nature just knew, our creator just knew that, okay, you better amp up on your, even if you're not dealing with it, you better be amping up on your orange juice, your vitamin C and all of that, because there are going to be times coming where your body is going to make sure it's going to need it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And so, so when we go through those lull times, it's time to, you know, that's the time to re-up, to prepare and all of that. Because the challenges do come. They do come. And so, and just, you know, you just got to stay prepared up on that. You know?
But I had a challenge. I had a health challenge. It was minor. It was minor, but it caught me totally off guard, and I want to tell you guys about it because some of you may be dealing with it as well. I texted you. I'm always texting you stuff. And we're going to put some stuff up on the screen. Keep going up. Keep going up. And go down. And why don't you put this one up here first? This one right here.
This one?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so here's the thing. All right, so I don't know if what I was dealing with is this PIRIFORMIS syndrome. I don't know, okay? But I was out with my son and my daughter, I was out with my husband and my daughter, and I'm sorry, hon. I always say my daughter. She's our daughter. We had her after we got married. Your father corrected me one day when he was alive. This is I'm a little digress real quick. And I said, yeah, because our daughter, so and so and so and so. I was talking to somebody, and he said, no, I said, my daughter, so and so and so and so. I was telling him something about, he said, you mean our daughter? Because it sounded like she was just mine and not your. Did you know your father corrected me about that years ago? Well, there you go. And he is still correcting me. So our daughter. Anyway, piriformis syndrome. I don't know if this is what I had, but basically I had been sitting in a computer, in a desk chair. All right. I don't sit for most of the day. I'm up, I'm moving, I'm walking, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. But what I noticed is that whereas most people, if they work from home and they work on the computer, they're sitting most of the day. For me, I'm moving most of the day, but I realized I start sitting at night. If I'm watching a YouTube video, if I'm watching something streaming, whatever, I'm sitting at my desk, and I could be sitting there 4 hours or whatever. And the chair clearly was not made for that. Thank you, Staples. It was not made for that. And basically the cushion had flattened, and I really didn't realize that the cushion had flattened. And so I started having this pain, this sharp pain. If I would twist a little bit, if I would move in a certain direction, I'd have this sharp shooting pain. And I was like, oh, I know this is not sciatica. Oh God, this can't be sciatica. Please, this can't be sciatica. Because I've had several friends that have been challenged with sciatica pain, and it is not fun. It is not fun at all. And I was like, man, please don't let this be sciatica. So basically I started doing my research, and I came across this piriformis syndrome. So with the piriformis muscle, and I'm going to show you so you can see it a little bit better. But basically, you're going to feel some tinging in the back of the legs, your some pain radiating down the back of the legs, your butt, a sharp pain in your butt, a lot of other, characteristics around this piriformis syndrome. But basically, it's when the piriformis muscle compresses the sciatic nerve. And a lot of people who sit all day experience this without knowing it. All right, I'm gonna show you this next picture. The skeleton. Okay, so you can see the top picture, healthy. That's the piriformis muscle right here. It's healthy. And this yellow is the sciatic nerve, okay? And then the middle is this piriformis syndrome, where the piriformis muscle, it gets inflamed, or it starts, what am I trying to say? Having little, not cramps, what do you call it? Spasms, muscle spasms, or it just inflames. And what it does is it encroaches on the sciatic nerve. And that, anytime you hit a nerve, it's going to send that pain, right? And so the piriformis muscle is right there, like under the glutes, okay? And so I started doing this research, and I said, this is it. I know this is it. This is it. And so they said, okay, what, I'm going to get this off. I said, all right, what do I need to do? Hold on one second. You do it. That one there. So I said, okay, what do I need to do? And so there was several stretches, right, that you needed to do. I started doing the stretches. The next day, I was planning on doing a video for you guys. I was going to do a video about the cacao husk tea. And I drank the tea. And this is not a commercial. I'm literally just telling you my life, like what happened. I drank the cacao husk tea, and I'm telling you, can you put that one up there? Within 15 minutes, that pain had gone from a 90 to a 10. I'm from a 90 to a 10. And I thought, oh, it must have been because I was grounding. I was doing all my things. And I was like, oh, it must have been the grounding. Must have been. And then I said, well, no, because I've been grounding the last couple days. And I said, the only thing I did was drink that tea. So the reason why I put that cacao husk tea, the chocolate tea in the store was for the brain, right? Because it has theobromine, which increases your energy, it improves your focus, it improves your mood, and it reduces inflammation, gastrointestinal benefits, a bunch of stuff. But I really did not put it in there because it was anti-inflammatory, because we got a bunch of stuff that's anti-inflammatory. Honey, when I tell you, within 15 minutes, that tea had taken that inflamed piriformis muscle, calmed it down, and that pain had dropped from a 90 to a 10. I kid you not. So I am just telling you this. There's so many of you that already have purchased the tea. Like I said, it's not a commercial. If it's in your pantry and you have some type of inflammation, let me be your witness. Drink it, make it, drink it. Like, drink it. It'll improve your mood. It'll boost your focus, and it really, really does a number on inflammation in the body. Really does. If turmeric helps you, do that. But this time, turmeric didn't do it for me. The cacao husk tea is what did it. So that's why I'm telling you this, because I was walking around looking like granny, okay? I was looking like granny. I was hunched over because I had to get it right at the right angle where that muscle wasn't pinching on that nerve. It was not fun. So I don't envy anybody who has sciatica, like for real sciatica, where the spine is involved. I mean, it was not fun. But yes, please do that. And when you take your cacao husk tea out, 2 tablespoons in a cup of tea. Don't go lightweight with it. 2 tablespoons. It'll make it taste better, like hot chocolate, and it'll do its work. So I just wanted to tell you guys that because I have never experienced that before. I've never experienced that. Why turn light down? He's messing with the light. So yes, so just yay for cacao husk tea. But let me show you something else that came on my timeline about chicken. And I don't know if I ever really thought about this, but I want to share it with you. I texted it to you, Duane.
Is it an Instagram?
I think it's this right here. Yes, it is. It is an Instagram.
All right, hold on for a second.
Hey, y'all in the chat. I am John, Wanea, Monica. I can't scroll up to see anybody else in the chat because he's pulling up the video. But now this lady, she talks quite a bit, but just listen to what she has to say. Those of you that do eat chicken.
Y'all should just put this thing on volume.
That when
I'll do it again.
Killed,
I'll do it again. Hold on.
Chicken is dunked in chlorine. Did you know that unless your chicken is labeled as air chilled, that when it is killed, it is dunked in a water bath that has chemicals in it to keep the water sterile, and it can absorb 12% of its weight without having to be reported as water added. So when you go and you thaw your chicken, and all that water comes out, that's not just because it was in the freezer. That is because there's water added into the chicken with chlorine and other chemicals in it that absorbs into the meat of your chicken and then runs out when you thaw it. And that's why sometimes chicken feels stringy. I'm looking at you, Costco. So if you're trying to eat organic, antibiotic free, you don't just need to look for an organic label. You need this. You need the air chilled that is not chilled with any of those chemicals. And I wouldn't have known any of this if I hadn't started buying my meat from a local processor, and the guy talked to me about it and he educated me on how our meat is processed in this country. And the answer is with a lot of chemicals that they don't tell us about.
Now, isn't that something? So I was in the store recently, and I'm going to bring up these pictures just so you can see what she was referring to. All right, so let's do that green one first. Okay, so this is Purdue. organic, no antibiotics ever. Well, all chicken says no antibiotics, but organic, USDA organic. So you see this in the store and you're thinking, okay, that's the better choice. Let me go ahead and get that. All right. But you don't see anywhere on there air chilled. All right. So let's take that one off. And I was in Sprouts and I want to show you these two. So you see that says air chilled. It's free range. It does not say organic, but this one is air chilled and was a little cheaper than this one here. That does say organic, free range, and air chilled. You're gonna spend the whole. You're gonna drop some coins now. You're gonna drop some coins, okay, for organic, free range, air chilled. You are, but. I didn't, go and spend all day researching what the videos just said that we just played in terms of what is this chemical bath that they soak the chicken in. But giving the chicken that water bath, making it retain the water, makes the chicken heavier, allows the farmers or whomever to make more per chicken, or allows the grocery stores to for the weight to be heavier so they can make more per unit. And it's wicked and evil and whatever. So I'm just sharing this with you. So if you do eat chicken, we can eat a little cleaner. All right.
Like,
so,
I didn't know until you told me that
Yeah.
you said that's why they put that sponge under the chicken.
that little maxi pad, maxi pad.
Yeah, little, I hate to say it, like a tampon or something they put under there.
Maxi pad.
And it's nasty, but it's anyway. And but that's why they put it there, to absorb all of that liquid that's leaking out.
That liquid.
That's why. But naturally, no, you don't need that. So yeah, if you live in proximity of a place where you can get your chicken fresh, I would definitely advise you to do that. That does remind me of a video. This is a guy, because I know y'all been hearing a lot about the egg thing. We don't really eat eggs like that here. I'm talking about in our house. But this guy, he curse a minute, but he's a chicken farmer, and he's talking about this whole egg crisis thing that's going on right now in the country. And quite honestly, I just think a lot of it is just panic buying, because if you start talking about it, people will just, oh my God, I got to get eggs. I got to get eggs. Well, guess who? I can point to two people right now that will not be fighting over eggs.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it's not even worth it like that. And so it just shows you just how people are so. The media has such a grip on them to get you panicked and scared. That's why it makes me so angry when I hear people out here who just are doing that right now. They're, Trump's in office right now, and you know what's going to happen now. The slave trade is going to happen again. We're going to be all on ships and all, and it's like, I can't stand, you know what? I hate people that do that. How about that? I do. Because I know what that fear does to people. You know what I'm saying? And seeing this whole egg thing right now where people are like, hey, bud, come over here. I'll trade you some eggs for for some cigs. some Pall Malls. Some Pall Malls. And and so anyway, this guy here, he's a farmer, a chicken farmer, and he's just giving his take on it. And here it is right here. Take a listen to what he has to say. It's about a minute long.
I'm a chicken farmer, and they are bullshitting you about the reasons why your eggs are so expensive. Listen, when you consider the fact that we consume over 9 billion chickens a year, and just in meat alone, there's over in 2023 we had over 382 million egg-laying hens in this country alone, and so far we've only lost 300 million birds worldwide. It doesn't make sense. They say the same shit every year. I know it because I'm a chicken farmer. I see the same alerts. And I see the same opportunity to jack up prices, and yet I choose not to. Listen, when you look at these large facilities, a lot of these birds aren't dying of bird flu. They are dying of neglect. They don't give the freaking vitamins, oregano, all the supplements they are supposed to be getting. They're getting in these mega facilities, and these birds are dying of disease and neglect. And every time a bird dies, they say bird flu. I'm telling you, they're bullshitting you.
How about that? How about that?
Yeah, because it like he's okay. If the chicken is bad, if the eggs are bad, then that must mean the chickens are bad. But yeah,
right.
But yeah, it's all a scam.
Yeah.
And I actually went on Facebook Marketplace today. I was like, let me just see if I can find some, local.
Yeah.
I thought I saw some the other day. I don't see any. I did see some people say, I'll trade you some eggs for some, whatever it was, avocados or something like that. But listen, you don't necessarily need eggs in your life, like that. There are some alternatives that you can, if you're one of those people like me, I've kind of weaned myself off of it. Every now and then what I do is I get the egg whites, the liquid egg whites, organic, whatever egg whites from Sprouts or whatever, when I want to make a little something. But most of the time I don't eat eggs like I used to. Like I used to, grits and eggs. Hey, grits and eggs. That was me. And but since then I've kind of tuned it way down when it comes to eggs. But don't let these people, regardless of what it is, don't let these people hype you up and get you all feared up about stuff like that, because all of it is, like he said, is just to jack up prices to get so that they can make their money. Period. And then that's it, because pretty soon they're gonna be like, oh, it's all gone. The disease is gone. It just miraculously disappeared. But yeah. Right. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you too as well. Go ahead now. Sorry, I just wanted to interject that.
Oh no, you're good. No, but on the health front, Duane sent me this post. Duane sent me this post from X, like, I don't know, a week or so ago, and I just want to bring it up because it's really something. Not that one, but not that one. Keep going down. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, y'all. Sorry. Okay, you don't see it?
What was it about?
It was about this right here. But it was,
I mean, there's a video I saw that you sent.
That's okay. You could just put up that one. You can just go back to here. This one. And just put this one up. All right. Duane sent me, this is not what he sent me. He sent me a post directly from RFK's X account. But anyway, I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Sorry. It's this one. Can you put this one up? Or put both of them up. You can put both of them up. Okay, so I don't know exactly when this was posted, but this is from RFK's X or Twitter, right, account. So he says, in my first 6 months as HHS Security, Health and Human Services, I'll ban mRNA vaccines. That right there is like, how you gonna do that? Wow. I'll ban glyphosate and pesticides from our food. I'll ban harmful food additives that are banned in other countries. I'll ban fluoride from our water. I'll ban chemtrails. I'll make ivermectin available. I don't care about that one. Available over the counter. Okay. Now, when Duane sent me this, whether it's hype, marketing, whatever it is, rallying the people, whatever it is, man, if he gets 1/3 of this list done, that's going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing. And I got to tell you, let me tell you kind of where I've been in my mind, and then we'll get to the main focus of this live. But started walking a lot, right? I've been walking a lot. And without fail, every time I'm out there walking, they are spraying. And they're not just spraying like they did in 2023. They're not just spraying like they did in 2024. I wish I could quantify it, but they are spraying so much over our heads, okay, the chemtrails. And so, as I would walk, I would be so not just irritated. I started getting livid. Because here's the thing, William Bryant said this country poisons its citizens. Here's the thing. If I know seed oils are bad and I'm in the grocery store, I can make a choice. I can decide whether I pick up the canola oil or whether I buy the olive oil or the coconut oil. If I am cooking at my own home, my point is I can make a decision. Up until this point, I can make a decision. Do I want to do this or do I want to do that? If I know that there's harmful chemicals in the water, okay, let me get some water filters. Let me look at where I'm getting my water. I can make allocations and make preparations to purify the water or whatever. But I don't have the power physically within this government to stop these private companies or whatever from flying over my head. And that is what really had me furious, because even people say, I'm going to grow my own food. I don't trust these seeds. I don't trust the grocery store. Okay, well, they're spraying over your food, the food that you're growing as well. So whether it's aluminum, barium, whatever is in the long list of chemicals and chemtrails, you don't have a choice about that. What can you do? And that is what really, really, really began to infuriate me. And so I told Duane one day I was out and I was walking, and I started speaking and declaring over these companies, that are flying their planes and spraying chemtrails. Look, including Monsanto that's spraying the glyphosate over the crops. And I started speaking and declaring literally that their companies would go completely be abolished, completely go down, that their planes would be inoperable. I'm serious. And it wasn't just emotional. I literally was, okay, I may not have the physical wherewithal or the leverage, within the government to make something happen physically, but I can begin to speak against this nonsense, right? And so he showed me this post. I'm not saying what I was doing is attached to this post, no. But what I'm saying is, when I saw this list, even if he achieves a fraction of it, it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. And one thing, Duane, that you said a week or 2 weeks ago, you said, I'm never going to allow a country to give me a hero. And I think that was very profound, very profound. I'm never going to allow a country, anybody to give me a hero, right? So I'm not going to be here saying, RFK, yes, that's our guy. No, I'm not going to be wearing a USA, t-shirt or sweatshirt, waving an American flag. I'm not doing any of that because I don't have a short memory. And I understand that this country has never atoned for what they've done to my people historically. So I'll never get behind a hero that they've given me. But because I don't care about that. But what I do care about is the health of my family, the purity of my food, the opportunities for my children to be healthy and my grandchildren to be healthy. You understand what I'm saying? So as long as I'm here on this soil, whoever's making those decisions, let's go. Good. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, And so I don't know if you guys had seen that, and I hope that he will be successful in his pursuit of going after these poisons and these toxins. But I will tell you, it will be pretty huge if he does. It will. It'll be pretty huge. I don't care if you Republican, Democrat, don't vote. I don't care about any of that. But I do care about being poisoned. Okay? And yeah, whoever can curtail that, yeah, you're all right. You're all right with me. So yeah, I thought that was, that's definitely one to watch. It's definitely one to watch.
And I wanted to, I think this is the article. I mean, I mentioned it, I covered it anyway, but this is another article that I want to share with y'all on that topic here. Along those lines, I should say. Yale scientists who risk careers to publish bombshell COVID vaccine study issues message to shots victims. I know I sound like a broken record on this because you got scientists. People don't realize you got scientists out here. There were medical professionals that were out here who had for years had built a credibility that was solid. And, when you're talking to someone that's a real scientist or, mathematician or whatever, they are so tunnel vision. I mean, that's all they care about. All the other stuff, they're like, yeah, whatever. But I just care about the science itself. And those people were getting so demonized, during this whole time. Meanwhile, on the other hand, God said that he put his son Jesus Christ inside the vaccine, and woe to be anybody that doesn't take, all of that. And then you're like, but I got a question. Shut up. You are a child of Satan and all of that. And it's just craziness, right? But anyway, on Wednesday, a team from Yale University known for their rigorous work revealed the mRNA shots can cause a previously unknown condition known as post-vaccination syndrome. The syndrome appears to cause brain fog, dizziness, tinnitus, extreme fatigue, and biological changes to patients' immune systems. When people were just trying to say just that much, and then immediately your video gets taken down. And then this woman, Dr. Akiko Iwasaki. Iwasaki. Okay, I know my Japanese a little bit. I watch anime. Anyway, a little anime. Anyway, the lead researcher behind the paper told Daily Mail she understands her findings could be seen as controversial, but she wants patients to know her team will keep studying to bring them better transparency and safer vaccines. And then it goes on with these examples here. He was an avid mountain biker when he developed cataracts and tremors after his Moderna vaccine. And here's another one right here. 43-year-old mother of two from Montana. She can't really trust the public health institutions anymore after her vaccine. And for the YouTube listeners, we're reading an article from one of your approved news sources. So sit down. Anyway, here's another one. A military veteran, triathlete and skateboarding competitor before she was left wheelchair bound after her shot. And then this is her right there. Y'all, these are stories after stories after stories. If you're on our in our hotline group, I have so many stories like this every day. I literally back up in posting some of them because I'm like, I don't want people to come in and just be depressed because there's literally so many stories like this. But but again, I'm getting back to what she was saying. I am glad that, at least it's being acknowledged. How far it goes, who knows?
See. Yeah.
But it's at least being acknowledged. But at the same time, even if they don't acknowledge it, trust your instincts. Trust your gut. You know what I mean? And just go with that. And this is proven. It's taken a long time, but truth, like someone said, truth is a slow traveler, but it always makes its destination.
I love that. I love that. That's so true. That's so true.
Mm-hmm. You want me to move that over? Okay, here you go.
I love that. I don't know who said that, but I love it. And speaking of which, Trump, I don't have it in front of me, but basically he told one of the officials, what were they over? About basically going back to common sense light bulbs, because if you are like us, you've been in Home Depot, Walmart, wherever you go, and all you see is LED. Incandescent light bulbs have been gone. Like I had to buy, when we moved in this house, one of my first missions was to take out all the LED lights and replace them with incandescents. And so, you know, in the newer homes, you've got can lights or not floodlights, but can lights, right? And those, you know, I had to buy on Amazon, and they cost a pretty penny, and then they didn't even last. They didn't even last that long, you know? But I refused to have my family under LED lights, because I know that constant blue light, the disturbance of the signal that the LED lights transmit, it affects your brain. I was not here for it. We did a whole lesson on LED lights and light and all this, probably like 2 years ago. So I said, I gotta find incandescent lights somewhere, and even better if I can find full spectrum bulbs, right? That will give you the full spectrum color that the sun gives, you know, and they kind of simulate it within the light bulb. Well, someone posted this. I think Duane is part of an incandescent Facebook group, because incandescent bulbs. Twitter. It's a group because you can't find them, right? And the person says here, seeing these in stock again at the grocery store was like having a beautiful dream of a lost loved one, right? And Duane said the same thing. He said, man, I was just in the store and I saw incandescent bulbs again. So what I'm saying is, even little things like this, we don't think about it, but these things had gone bye-bye. They had gone bye-bye. You know what I mean? And so even seeing, you know, little changes like this, I will take it. They really make a big impact. I don't care what side of the aisle. I don't care what candidate you were. No, I don't care about any of that. But I do care about my people being healthy. You know what I mean? And things, you know, being available to us to help us be healthy and our children to be healthy. So we were talking, Duane and I were talking, and this is the main part of the video that I wanted to share. But we have been talking recently about momentum, the momentum that's here, the opportunity that's here right now. We feel it. Like we can feel it, the opportunity that's here. And I don't mean the opportunity that Trump has given us. No, I don't mean the opportunity to be the best American you can be. I don't mean any of that. I just mean anytime there is change, there is opportunity. Anytime there's transition, there's opportunity. It can be perceived negative transition or positive transition. A lot of people made a lot of money when the Depression happened. A lot of people made a lot of money. Okay. So like, and then you look at COVID, when there was a shutdown, sure, there was a lot of businesses a lot of brick and mortars that went out of business, but there were a lot of businesses that took the opportunity, reinvented themselves to an online store and did better than they ever did with no overhead. You know, there were people who had businesses, and then all of a sudden they say, you know what? I can't physically do what I've been doing. I'm going to coach, because there are a lot of people that want to run a business like I did. I'm going to be a coach. And they literally made a pivot, changed their lives in what was a really difficult situation, because transition always brings opportunity. It just depends on how you view it. You know what I mean? Do you have the vision to see it? And I want to share something of what occurred with me over 2024 and what has brought me to like where I am along those same lines. So 2024 was very difficult for me. Very difficult. Very, 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 very difficult. One of my most difficult years. All right, 2024. And I'm going to tell you why. 2024, I was completely burned out. I was burned out, period. burnout. I was burnout. And I was spread too thin. I was doing too much. You know, people say, oh, you're doing too much. No, I was doing too much, literally. I was doing too much. I had my hands in too many things. Duane and I have been entrepreneurs since we got married, right? We've been married 27 years. 27 years? And then usually the guy that forgets how long we've been. Well, no. How old is our son? Our son is 25. That means we've been married 26. And in August, we'll be married 27. Right?
Okay.
We got married August of 1998. Somebody do the math for me. But anyway.
Okay. No, don't do the math for him. Because I'm going to do the same thing. This is for all the brothers. Just let it linger. Let that thing linger.
I'm sorry. But I love you every day, right? I love you every day. Right? So that's what matters. Anyway, so here we go. All right. So basically, 2024 was rough. Rough. I was burned out. And what I was saying is that we've been in business since we got married, right? Been entrepreneurs since we got married. We worked in corporate America off and on throughout that time, but our both in our blood is entrepreneurship. And so some of those entrepreneurship projects, look, we owned a coffee house, we had a web design business. Some of those things they just came and went, you know, but others were longer lasting projects. And so what happened was between the business projects I was involved in, we helped some people start their business and we're coaching them, just different things. I was spread too thin. And what happens when you're spread too thin and people say, oh, you know, I experienced burnout. Well, they don't call it burnout if something's not on fire, right? There were things that were on fire around me, like constantly. The projects that I had my hands in, it was just fire, because you're spread too thin. So you might be giving your best effort, but it's mediocre because you can't be everywhere at once, and there's fires everywhere. So that's why you hadn't seen me on video. You hadn't seen me really being like super active because I was spread too thin. So in 2024, I told my husband, I said, I don't know what I want to do. I know I don't want to do this. You know, like I was just thinking about some of those projects I was in, and I said, okay, I'm 51 right now. Is this what I want my 71 to look like? Is this what I want my 61 to look like? And the answer is absolutely not. Heck no. So what was my transition plan? What did I want to do? I didn't know. And so I heard somebody say that, you know, when you're in business, and it doesn't matter whether it's business, relationships, finances, whatever your career plan, doesn't matter. But you have to make it stop, step back, and take kind of like a comprehensive look at the whole picture. What is going on here? What things are working for me? What things are not working for me? What is stressing me out? What brings me joy? What is fruitful? What's not fruitful? And really just take a broad view, okay? But you have to step back. You have to make it stop in order to do that, right? So that's why you hadn't seen me doing videos. I had to put a pause on a bunch of stuff to try to figure out what I want to do with my life. How about that? And so I figured it out. How about that? But what happened is I figured it out through pressure, because the pressure of everything blowing up made me say, you know, people say, honey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it's broken. Everything is broken and everything needs to be fixed. Okay. So, and I'm extra. I express myself. When I say everything's broken, I just mean this business project that you've been in, let's say 11 years, or this one you've been in 15 years, or this one you've been in 5 years, you are going to have to either curtail, you're going to pull that back, or you're going to have to say, okay, bye-bye, let's go ahead and shut this one down, and then really focus on what you want to focus on in your life moving forward for the next 10 years, 20 years. And so when I did that, I came up with two things, right? One, of course, Samba Tree, because that Samba Tree, thankfully, was not the thing that wasn't one of the things that was blowing up. Okay. Samba Tree was our kind of passion project. We love our people. We want our people healthy. This is fun for us. I could research products all day long, and it helps people. So that's my reward. You know, people are getting healthy because they've shopped with us or whatever. I could do for the rest of my life. I love that, right? So that is staying, period. And then the other thing was, what happens sometimes, the very thing that's inside of you, the gift that you've been given, the thing that's supposed to shine the brightest so that other people can be inspired, or other people can learn from you, or other people can follow in your footsteps as you're pioneering forward. That thing is the number one thing that gets pressed down in the midst of the fires most of the time. The fires and the pressure and the external trouble. It is those external troubles, their goal is to stifle that gift that is trying to come forward for the earth to see. So you have a choice. You either fall prey to that and you just say, you know what, let me just crawl up in this bed and just whatever, I'll just, or let me figure out a way to truly be who I am and share who I am with the world, right? However you do that, right? I don't care if you're a janitor at a school and you are put there to encourage the students that are there. And, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be this great earth-shaking thing, but whatever you were put on the earth to do, these things that really pressure you and bog you down, they come so that your gift does not pour out. That is their role. And it almost got me. And so I said, okay, what is the other thing that I truly want to do? I'm a communicator. I love teaching. I love coaching. I love sharing. I love instructing people. I love doing that. And I could do it all day with no pay. Like that's my thing. But all of these other, like I said, all of the burnout and all that kept me away from it. So I said, those are the two things I want to do. I want to coach and I want to do Samba Tree. All right. And so what I had to do is I had to start making decisions that I had never made before in my life. Do you know how scary it is to turn a spigot off that's been running for 15 years? Meaning an income producing spigot, and turn it off. Just turn it off so you can truly focus on who you want to be, right? And I had to go through and make these decisions to turn these things off and bet on myself and pour everything into being the person I wanted to be now in 10 years, in 20 years. And I had to do something different. And what I'm saying to you now is I am so much healthier, happier, better. I am so much more confident, so much more free, so much more. I'm ready, honey. Bring it. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm there. Why? Because the stuff that was bogging me down, tiring me out, and making me be so much less than who I am, I kicked them out of my life. I kicked those things either out of my life or I put them in their place. Okay, these are the constraints. These are the boundaries. Let me make it make sense for you. Okay, you may have relatives that you can't, you belong to them, they belong to you. They are your family, but they have been encroaching on you. They have been doing all of these things. You set your boundaries, and this person can't call you all times of the night, every day. This person can't come over your house all the time. No, I'm setting boundaries. I don't care if you're knocking on the door is locked, you're not getting in because this is my private time. If it's your marriage and you're constantly having arguments with your spouse because you're not making enough time for your spouse, husband or wife, it doesn't matter. Okay, I am going to, but I love my volunteering and I love my this and I love what I do and I've been working on this thing okay, what's more important to you? Okay, you can do your volunteering, honey, but do it one time a week, not 5 times a week. And spend some time with your spouse, husband or wife, doesn't matter. No, husband and wife, but I'm saying whether it's the husband or the wife, that's, has to make the decision. If it's your job, I want to get to this level or that level, or I want to learn this skill or that skill. But in this current job, working for this current company, I'm working 50 and 60 hours a week, or they got me on the road every other week and I don't have any, I got to support my family. Okay, wait a minute. When was the last time you got out on the job market and actually started looking to see where your skills can be used? You might even be able to be paid higher than what you're being paid now and work from home and have your weekends free and have time to learn the skill you want to learn. But you have to, nothing changes until, I'm telling you, I was out on a walk and as clear as day, I heard some things don't move until you do. There's certain things that do not move in or out of your life until you move. Not just make a decision and say with your mouth, this is what I'm going to do, or this is what I want to do. A lot of times we can say, you know what? I made a decision. I'm going to whatever, go back to school. I'm going to whatever, learn this AI prompt course. I'm going to learn software engineering, whatever it is. I'm going to start this I won't say nonprofit, but don't start a nonprofit. Whatever it is that you want to do. You say it and it gives you a sense of accomplishment because you've said it out of your mouth. You're able to tell people, hey, this is my new project. This is what I'm working on. But you've made a decision and you're sharing, but you really haven't taken any action. But you have a sense of accomplishment. A decision is a decision. Action is action, right? So after you decide what you're going to do or what you're going to change to make your life better or to make it look more like you want it to look, after you make that decision, then you have to immediately take some action, even small, towards that end. And it's that action and it's that movement from you that begins to shake the earth. And I literally mean it begins to shake things open in front of you. It begins to change things. Case in point, let me tell you this right now. When I made that decision to cut off that 15-year spigot, right? That business project, turn it off for a time. And instead of it running all year, it's going to run seasonally. I'm going to do it 4 times a year. That's it. Not every day. 4 times a year. That's it. I had to put it in its place because it was too consuming, right? Once I made that decision, can I tell you, funding started coming in. Once I made the decision and then started taking action to that end, funding started coming in. I was like, what's going on? All this funding started coming in 1 week. 1 week. 1 week. Because your action, when you start moving, things have to move out of your way or into your purview. One or the two, one or the other, but it moves for your benefit because it's like this. It's almost like the forces against you look around and say, whoa, hold on, wait. Whoa. She actually gonna do this? She's not talking anymore? So he actually is gonna really do what he said what he's been talking about for the last 20 years? Really? He signed up for that course? Hold on, wait. He went and registered his EIN to start his new business? Wait. He got, okay, wait a minute. So we can't scare him into not doing what, and stuff starts shaking and moving and things will move into your opportunities will literally come because of the actions, that the steps that you've taken. I'm telling you what I know. Some things won't move until you move. And so with all of that being said, and I know Duane's going to chime in, with all that being said, on the other side of that, and this is just my personal story, on the other side of that, I am in a better financial position. Those businesses are in a better financial position. Not Samba Tree. Like I said, Samba Tree was not an issue. These were other things I was involved in. Better financial position. I am happier. There's more getting done with less involvement from me. And the possibilities have opened up about what the rest of my life will look like, because you took courage to not trust in the little, trickling that was comfortable, not comfortable, that you had become accustomed to, and say, I'm going to cut that off. I don't know what's on the other side, but it's better than this. It's better than this turmoil, right? And that is what we are in now. There is a momentum shift, and there is an opening of opportunity that is happening right now, if you are open enough to see it and to move out of what, or just be open that there might be something else for you. You know what I mean? There might be some other opportunities to explore. I'm telling you, there's a lot of momentum right now. Go ahead. I've talked a lot. Go ahead. I got you.
No, I was just going to say, just like she was just saying, things come into place when you make a decision. There are also things and people that have to move out of place. And I've been witnessing that. I was telling Nicole, we were in a car the other day. I said, I feel like when it comes to, what we do, what I talk about on YouTube, I feel like how, if you ever seen like a car pull up, you're on a highway, and then let's just say in your younger days, you pull up to another car and you're like, you revving that engine up, and you can smoke that car, or you can just go. You can go fast. And then the other car is like, oh, I ain't trying to do that. And just the other car is just like, chicken basically. What are you, chicken? That kind of thing. And, and so the other car, the car that's wanting to go fast, is all that car, the driver, he's left to do is just revving his engine, and maybe he'll speed up a little bit and then slow down. Then he'll speed up again and he'll slow down. And, but there's this agitation or frustration because this car knows that it can go really, really fast, but because nobody else is trying to race him. No, don't do anything to it.
Leave it like that?
Leave it exactly what this turn on, because it's going to go back down.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it's too bright now.
I didn't change it.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Just leave it. Yeah, don't do anything to it. Don't do it.
You know what? This man and his lights.
All right. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So, anyway, what I was saying was that what I feel right now is like some of the things I'm working on right now. It's what I'm seeing now is that there's some things that I'm looking at my numbers, let's say on YouTube, and trust me, I don't live on YouTube like that in terms of, oh, my numbers are going up. Oh, my numbers are going down. I really don't care. I don't. I'll be totally transparent. You know how much I make a month right now on YouTube, just on ad money? I'm just under $300 a month, just under that. And this month is going to be less. So it's okay. It definitely pays some bills. but I'm not making what a lot of these other channels are making. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm nowhere near what these other channels are making. Nowhere near that. That's like nothing.
You don't care.
You know, but yeah. So that's kind of where things are with that. But here's what I'm getting at. There are things that I have to do. There are things that there are areas I have to go. I can't be sitting up here like, well, you know, I'm just going to keep on. Let me just, okay. Like, I'm tired of talking about some of the same things over and over again. I'm tired of talking about black politicians. I'm tired of talking about black preachers and what they're doing and what they're not doing. I'm tired of talking about some of those same things over and over again. My thing is, I want to look at, okay, where are we right now? What can we fix right this second so that we can move forward? Because we've been doing that over and over again and nothing's been working. And so that's always has been my focus, is to look at the things that we can fix right now. And so I have to look at my own life and say, my life, I'm going to use my life as a model, you know? And so that's why we changed the name of the channel. As you've seen many times, we've changed it from one thing to another and another. Now we're on a journey. Now it's journey man and woman. And so, and so what we've done is the things we talk about, things we post or whatever, it reflects that. Right now, we're at this point, we still have been in this deconstruction kind of place right now, where we're going back and we're looking at the things that we claimed and stood on and believed and all of that. And we've gone back and said, well, wait a minute, let's look at this thing again. This ain't measuring up to what we know. You know what I mean? This is not measuring up to the facts that we do know. And so as I've been going in those areas and really challenging viewers and listeners on these things and asking these questions, people don't like it. They don't like it. And so they unsubscribe and they leave. They say, well, wait a minute, this is too much. I knew he was going off or whatever. But I'm telling you, it is so liberating and so free, a sense of freedom, because it is freedom when you realize that the lies are really coming off now. And you want so bad for other people to feel that and to experience that. But I can't make people believe things. I cannot. And I don't want to ever be in a position where I'm trying to make people to believe anything. And so we've done, and those have been following this platform, you know, we've been doing quite a few things just along those lines. We've done series after series after series on those things. And then when AI has come into place, now we got tools now where we can almost instantaneously hold claims, any claims that people are making. And we can almost instantaneously measure it to all the facts that we do know that's out there. And compare it to, okay, they are making these claims. Now, what do the facts say? They make these claims. Now, what do the facts say? And, you know, because like I always say, faith is a good thing, but faith is not truth. It's a belief, and it's okay to have faith. I believe one day I have faith to believe I'm gonna do a lot of things one day, but at my present moment, I'm not there yet. You understand what I'm saying? And so, but unfortunately, the type of faith that many of us have been trained to hold on to, it has not produced what it promised it was going to produce. So many of our people have been getting sick and dying and all the other things, but yet it comes back. Well, we got to make another excuse to cover that one. And then when that one fails, then we got to come up with another one over and over again. So one of the things I have been telling y'all, I said, I'm going to do this, but guess what? I did it because I said, I'm not waiting. And when I just finished it this afternoon, I'm getting ready to release it publicly. But right now I got the research group. They're looking at, I'm having them look over it right now, but I'll just put it right here on the screen here. But I'm going to, this week, just be on the lookout for it. This is a tool I just created. It's called Claim Check. You know, and basically the tagline was going to say something like, because truth don't bounce, you know, because truth don't bounce. And so this is going to be this is a place that you can go. I can go right now, and all the claims that are made out there. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, I got data all in there on that, you know, you know, for Christians and Bible believers or whatever. This is where you can ask pretty much all your questions about all those things. And then what you're going to get is a very, professional. It's not going to be anything derogatory, but this is your claim. Okay, now let's look at all the archaeological and let's look at all the historical facts and see if they match. If they match, then great. If they don't match, then oh well, then you're going to have to deal with that. But anyway, this is something I'm, like I said, again, it's functioning right now. I'm just going to give it a couple of days, test it out, make some tweaks on there, and then I'm going to post it over on our community page. Not a community page, well, on a community tab, but also on our blog. My point is that kind of stuff like that, it's going to run people away. But I got to keep going. I got to keep going.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And what she was talking about momentum, I feel even in my age right now that I'm going to run even faster. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like right now I have the ability to run even faster. As an older person, I feel like right now that I can outrun people that are half my age. Because I be trying to tell people half my age some of this stuff, and they just be like, okay, well, I didn't. And I'm like, what? Man, come on. Let me go.
Right.
Let me go. I'm going.
Yeah.
And so it's like little things like that right now. Like we're doing, like with Sabbatry. My goodness. I mean, some of the things we're talking about, we're going to be doing with Sabbatry, the type of information now we're going to be dropping on y'all, different things on that where people, the questions that you're not going to just get answers to your questions, but also strategies and plans on what you can do and how you can apply these things to your house and all of that. I mean, listen, we ain't talking no more. We ain't sitting up there talking about, Mr. President, when you going to send us our $5,000 check? Because baby, no, we done with that.
We never really
We're going to start working. We're looking at what are some ways that we can work with and build our own networks. The stuff that we were talking about when we did the thing in Threema, and we had to put that to sunset, because of whatever, right? But we didn't give up on that. I ain't stopped doing that. Everything that I said, we had set out we were going to do. Guess who's still doing it? Me. And I know other people are doing it in your own way too. But I'm especially doing that. When we were talking about setting up a national network of people who grow herbs. And so anytime when someone gets sick, we know exactly who we can contact to get a hold of them herbs and stuff like that so that people get what they need. Already there. And also work with international people too. Already there. So we're not playing. So my thing is, it's time. And what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to slow or dumb myself down in a lot of this foolishness and circular talk that's out there. It's time to move. It's time to move. And that's it. Or get out, get the hell away from me. Get away from me. Because you're slowing me down. I love you, but you can either be in the passenger seat or be looking at my tailpipe. One of the two. And that tailpipe gonna get tinier and tinier and tinier because we moving. You understand what I'm saying? And this is a great time to be alive because age really don't matter. It really doesn't. So even if you are someone that's older, you can adjust that and that will help you.
Okay.
Even your age, we're in a time right now, your age don't even matter. So even if you're older than I am, there are many things that you can do right now.
Yeah.
And because you're living in a time where, which is sad, a lot of people don't want to read. They don't want to read.
Yeah.
They don't want to read. And so it's like, okay, you don't want to read? That's fine. Let me hang out with those who do want to read.
Yeah.
And when I say read, I'm talking books, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about having a mind to study, have a mind to let's sit down and let's figure out and build a solution. And let's test our theories and make sure they stand up to truth. You know what I'm saying? So that when we're out there, we're not talking like we sound like some goofballs, like we ain't got no sense. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the era that we're in right now. This is an era of builders, engineers, people who are willing to build,
Yeah.
people who are willing to design things. You are in that time period right now.
Yeah.
But all of this fear talk and all that, get out of my face.
Yeah.
All of this ignorant talk and all this hopelessness stuff, get out of my face. You know, because the system we know isn't the overall system itself. Like she was saying earlier, I'm not sitting up here saying that, oh, thank you, Lord, for Trump and all of that. So there's a video, maybe I'll show it to y'all on Tuesday or something. Some lady out here talking about Jim Brown, the famous football player, his daughter, I believe his daughter or granddaughter out here saying that Trump is a Hebrew Israelite. Y'all, just whatever. And so I'm done with all of that, okay?
Yeah.
But what I am saying is, what can we do now? What can we put our hands to do now and start doing stuff? Team Truth, listen, you have a whole library of experience that you extracted from your beautiful wife, and it's just getting started for you. And I really believe what's gonna happen is, you know, you just continue to meditate on all of those good things your wife has shown you, all the love that she showed you, and all the lessons that you learned from her, and all of that. You are in a new chapter, and it's a chapter. Yes, it's got a lot of pain on it, but I'm telling you right now, you're going to be walking in even better days. Okay, you are. Okay. And I know it may seem impossible, you know, right now, because the one that got you to this point physically ain't here. But she is here because she dedicated her whole life investing all of those lessons that you need to learn for now. And that's a good thing. And that's why life is so precious, period, for all of us. And that's the things we want to embrace and stand on those things. And it's instances like that. I'm not going to pollute that with foolishness. You know what I mean? Our time is too valuable.
Yeah. And it's easier. And I know we're at 9:00 on the East Coast, so we're not going to be here much longer. But it's easier than ever right now, right? So he talks a lot about AI tools, and doing all that. Here's the thing, and you said age is not what matters. It's just true. Age is not what matters. Leverage is what matters. Leverage is what matters. So Jennifer Young said, can you scroll up a little bit? Jennifer Young said, I agree, Duane and Nicole. We can't stop now. The older we get, the better we become mentally and spiritually. Here's the thing. That's so good. So your older self, you're more, hopefully, you're wiser. You've learned from whatever experiences you've been through. You're more, hopefully, more focused on what you want to do, what you don't want to do, how you want to spend the rest of your life, whatever, right? And then he talks about AI a lot. Now, some people are afraid of AI because they're like, you know, it's going to make you dumber, and it's going to this, and it's going to that. Let me tell you something. Technology, you either use it, right, for your benefit, or it's true, you can become addicted to it. It can make you dumber. For example, case in point, GPS. GPS has made me geographically dumber. I am working on it. I used to be a Thomas Guide, a Rand McNally maps type of woman. Give me a map, love it. I loved it. You can't really get a map like that, a printed map, too much anymore. Everybody uses GPS. Back in the day, when you needed to get somewhere, it was go over the railroad track, make a left at the church, make a right when you see the red barn, and go through one stoplight and you'll be there. So it forced you to focus on your surroundings and learn how to navigate your geography. That is a skill. GPS came, and now you don't have to pay attention to that. You can zone out if you want, occasionally look at the GPS until you're there. So in that way, technology has made us dumber. With AI, I'll give you another example. There was something we were trying to figure. I think we were doing the citrus boxes, and I said, hey, we have this many more tangelos coming in, blah, 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 blah. And I said, let me see how many should go in each box. And Jason was like, Mom, my daughter was like, Mom, just put it in ChatGPT. And I said, I will absolutely not do that, because this is a simple math. equation and I will figure it out because that's what my brain is for. But when I need to do some health research, what I used to do is you'd have to go to Google, pull all these NIH studies and all these articles and read through. You're going to miss some, some good information and then come up to a conclusion. I don't do that anymore. ChatGPT can pull those articles, give me those references so that I can I can check them and make sure it's accurate. And it can do my research for me in a fraction of the time. So I don't turn my brain off to use AI. I allow AI to make the research that I'm going to do anyway more efficient, more comprehensive, more. Do you understand what I'm saying? So technology is here. You don't have to ignore it or be afraid of it, but you do have to know how to use it. Do you know what I'm saying? And you use it to make whatever you're doing better, but you don't let it substitute for your brain, for your own thinking. You understand what I'm saying? And with that being said, you can get done whatever you want to get done so much faster. Whatever plan you have, business you have. Team Truth said that his daughter is just about to launch an AI, I think some type of AI business. She had no plans of doing anything like that. But now you can literally get a business plan, the resources, the learn how, there's so much that you can, AI agents, there's so much out there that will allow you to do whatever it is you're trying to do so much faster without even being an expert in that field. I mean, that's how things are moving right now. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah.
So these are definitely good times that we're in right now. And, all in all, and like I always try to tell y'all is, just surround yourself with people who are progressive. I ain't talking about politically. I ain't talking about politically. Right, I'm saying progressive people who are going to encourage you to move forward. Yeah. People who are also going to be understanding on where you are right now, because sometimes people who are always like, go, 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 go. You want that balance too of someone that's saying, okay, I see you limping. You might want to
sit down for a little bit.
Might want to sit down for a little bit and get yourself together. And but yeah, we're doing so many little things behind the scenes. Y'all could probably look this up. She ordered this thing. It's a vibrating plate thing, and if you look it up, and man, let me tell you,
on it and it vibrates.
Man, I've been doing that every day. Yeah. I do it twice a day, and it's really something. With your lymph nodes and all of that, and that really helped me even with when those allergies start clicking. Because what happens is, and I know many of y'all, may notice this, when that pollen starts bothering you, your lymph nodes start swelling up like immediately. That's when I know, like, it's like a bat signal to me. I mean, literally, it's just like, woo, I start feeling it under here and all that. And then you immediately got to start massaging it. And then what happens, that's what leads to your throat getting sore and all of that stuff. Yeah. And, but when you have something to help you to alleviate that, loosen up your lymph nodes or whatever, man, that thing is awesome. Yeah. And so we'll be doing a video on that, I'm sure, in the near future. Yeah. And we'll be talking more about that. And and so I don't know what else we had.
Before we go, I just have to say this. Duane has been, you saw those caricatures, right? That he's been doing of us. Well, Duane's creative, and but there were some that we can show you the ones that we put on the website, the ones that were approved. But baby, there were some ones that had us. He did some ones that had us looking crazy. So you want to show them the good ones, or okay? Now look at this. This. This is AI Duane. I don't know who. The one on the right, that looks like Duane Jimenez, Duane Rodriguez. They got you looking Hispanic. The one on the left, it's a no. it's just a no.
And what I'm trying to get her to understand is, okay, the one on the left, no, I wasn't really feeling that. I didn't pick that one. It was like one of the last, I was trying to try to narrow it down or whatever. Yeah. But, you know, sometimes it has a little gay spirit on it sometimes, because they have me with one hand on the hip and my lips looking shiny and my eyes got what they call light skin eyes, light brown eyes. And I'm like, no, that ain't me.
Got you looking a little spicy.
And then they got some other ones that, you know, whatever. But they're cartoons, so some things are going to be a little exaggerated. So I get that. But little miss over here, every hair got to be. It don't look exactly 100% like. No, don't even.
Pull up the website, bruh. Pull up the website.
Don't even.
Pull up the website.
All right, and let me see if you got anything at all, any criticisms at all to give about on them. I will. I'm pulling it right now.
I'm gonna let them see. Mm-hmm. Now this one, okay.
Pulling it up right now.
Okay, so wait, hold on, hold on.
No, I got it now. I got it from here.
Hold on.
Get your black hands
I'm
off.
slapping his hand. Get your hand
all
off
right,
that.
See?
Get your hand off of that. Hold on 1 second. Do I go here?
See, you don't even know. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
This is your stuff. Okay, wait. So this is the one that he did, right? I was like, okay, all right. Her waist is snatched. I'm like, look, she like 5 sizes smaller than me, but okay. Look, he can speak it. Don't speak it. Draw it into existence. Right? That'll be me. And then I was like, okay, so are you?
Here it comes.
Cheating on me? Cause who's she? Where'd she come from? How I go from that to that? Anyway.
Like I said.
Basically, no. But it's AI, it's art, it's whatever. We're still working on them. It's fun. You know, it's fun. But there were some ones that we did that were just
yeah, what it does basically is
else.
what it is that when you use the software, it's literally grabbing from billions and billions and billions of possibilities. And you know, and so every time you hit that button, it's grabbing one of those billions of possibilities that are out there. And then what it does is and then it's locked in, right?
Yeah.
And so you try to go back and say, I want you to repeat that. The technology where it is right now, it's still wanting to go and dive back into the possibility pool and try to create it. And there are different tricks and things that you can do to try to get it, but it still just seems like it's not there yet. But at least that's where we are right now. But I'm sure at some point, whatever, you know,
we have
but
fun
you know,
with it.
it's just
fun. It's fun.
You know, it works. You know, especially it's good for a small business person like people like us, where you may not, you know, when you got to pay for an artist, it's not, you know, it's a little expensive.
Yeah.
And we understand the other side of the artists is because the artists are like, man, listen, well, we out here, you know, and I get that, but this is the new reality. And I just saw a video today. There was some artists that were like, we got to adjust. We got to find some way to adjust to this because the horse has already left the barn now.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people all the time, you know? So anyway,
you funny, peace in mind.
Yeah.
You funny.
Yeah. And Teen Truth said prompting is definitely more of an art than science. Yeah,
true.
It is.
Yeah, totally.
And that's what, it was funny. Someone asked a question. They said, well, someone was saying that, do I get into programming or do I get into, was it user interface? It was something like that. And the person who was this programmer for years was like, I'm leaning more towards basically how to communicate with AI to create the user interface. You still need to know programming. That always helps. But more and more now, I mean, the more I listen to these programmers out here, when they're honest, they'll tell you, shoot, I run that through AI and get it done.
For real. Yeah,
my daughter was just interviewing with somebody, and the person that was interviewing her admitted for the position that she was, some of the skill sets that were needed for that position.
Yeah.
The person that was interviewing her was admitted that he came right out and said, well, shoot, I use AI for such and such. But see, my daughter's smart because she she didn't fall for the bait because he was
Right.
trying to get her. I guess he may have said that to see what she was going to say,
Right.
and she's like, no.
She
all
said,
right.
"Oh, that was it. Right here, you got nothing." Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So it is something, and
It's
so
fun.
you're gonna see more of that, and like I said, and some people just aren't gonna just get it, and other people will, or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is a season of great change.
It is.
Things are moving very quickly.
Yeah.
And like she was just saying earlier, which I thought was so good, is that with this change, there are going to be things that are going to fall in place.
Yeah.
But then there are also going to be things and people that are going to have to fall out of place. They're just not for your ride. They're just
Yeah.
not, and that's okay. I'm not criticizing people who want to be in a slow car. Maybe that's your speed. That's you. But
Or
that
on a
ain't
different road.
on a different road.
Yeah.
That's for you. That's your journey. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that ain't my journey, at least for
Right.
right now it isn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I had to get to a place where I had to tell myself I can't drive in the fast lane and the slow lane at the same time. And that's
Yeah.
a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
There's so many of us, we think we can drive both lanes. We cannot do it.
Yeah.
You got to tell that to your family members. You got family members out here that want to stay in the slow lane, and you in the other lane, and you trying to, I got to do, you can't straddle. I'm sorry, you can't do it. Bye. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I get to my destination, maybe I'll send you a postcard, but I got to keep it moving.
That's it.
And that's it. So, and you got anything else? I think that's it, y'all. And so anyway,
This was fun.
really appreciate it and glad that she was able to join us.
Yes.
I know we got a few more left of those citrus boxes.
Citrus boxes? Let me check. Let me check and see if they're all gone, y'all. Hold on 1 second.
This is on Samba Tree, and we're just gonna see how many more citrus boxes.
17. 17, that's all that's left.
And those
we
will go-
just restocked, and there's only 17
and
left.
they're going quickly. So make
Yeah.
sure if you didn't get them, make sure you check those out. And because we're at the tail end of the season here when it comes to citrus, so
Yeah.
make sure you jump on that. Full of seeds. That's the
Yeah.
difference. You may be like, I can get oranges around here, but can you get oranges with seeds in them? No.
Why is it oranges?
Can you get that though?
Oranges.
I guarantee you many of you cannot, but you can here. And then for those of you, you may want to get those, when you get those seeds, make sure you save them, and maybe plant them. That's what I'm going to try to do, and plant them. Try to do something here. You know what I mean? So anyway, I think that's it. You were trying to show them something real quick.
No. Hey, Rita, I know exactly who this is. Rita G. Hey, sweetie, I haven't seen you in so long. It's so good to see you. So good to see you. I'm just going to say goodbye to everybody. I am John. Love y'all. Peace and mind. Team Truth will be following up with you, bro. Jennifer Young. Love. Hey, Lavinia. Calculated Crescendo came in the house. She slipped in a little late. We talked about a little bit about the vibrating plate, Miss Chris. L.A. Loretto, D.S. Nubia, Monica, Drums of Praise was in the house since the beginning. Say hi to your wife for us. His Stolen Identity. Overflow, hey Overflow, and Miss Rebecca M. RJ McKenzie, Miss K. Love y'all. I'll be back. I will not make this another, 18 gazillion months before I get back in the chair. I'll definitely be back. Love y'all. Anybody I missed, love y'all so much. Coach Roebuck in the house. And we'll see y'all on the next one. How about that? See y'all on the next one. Love you.
All right. You guys take care. We'll see you next time. Take care now.